Alright guys, we've got a chip right here, a nice little star break on this work truck, and we're going to see if we got another one on the other side over there as well. We're going to see about getting these repaired today. Again, this is a repeat customer, and we are in a busy part of town, so a busy industrial area. We're in a pretty busy industrial area, so we're going to see about getting this one fixed and getting it to look a lot better. I don't know if you can see what I see. I hope you can. It's really difficult for me to see what I'm doing when they're up this high. I can't really stand on the engine of this truck because it's way over there, and I'd be leaning way over here, and I can't really stand on the tire because I'd be too tall. So we're just going to wing it. I got to keep it shaded. So that's what I'm trying to do, is keep it shaded while I put my resin in there, and going with 8 drops of resin on this one. I'm just set that resin down here on the side. This is a very difficult truck to get into position for. And then I've got another one on the other side that's pretty much the same thing. I'm going to have to stand on my tippy toes to fix it, which kind of sucks, but you know, you do what you got to do in this business. And of course we're going to frickin' leak. Why wouldn't we? That happens. So as long as I keep it shaded and we can get the air evacuated out of it, we should be alright on this one. I can see that it's filling. Full partial vacuum, about half of a vacuum. Tighten that down just a tad more, because I want to make sure this bottom line gets filled all the way, especially. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's one of my main concerns, is that bottom line. And of course, it's really difficult to see because I'm down here on the ground. I'm not as close to it as I could be, or as I'd like to be, so it's harder to see the cup in the mirror, to know how much it's expanding and how much pressure I'm putting on the chip and things like that. I think we're going to get her filled in pretty good though. It's difficult for me to see everything that I need to see from down here. I guess I could stand up on the tie rod here, but that makes it even more difficult for me, because then I'm kind of straddling the, well, maybe I can do it from up here and kind of squat down on the tire, I guess. Yeah, that's better. I can see more from up here. And it does look like we're full. So, it's a good thing I came up to the surface up here, or came up to the top, so I could see more. Because the one thing we don't want to do is over pressurize, and if you're looking at it from one angle and you can't tell if it's filling or not, and you look at it from another angle and it looks full, it's most likely full. So, you know, don't keep pressurizing it if you're not sure if it's full or not, because you will crack it. I just smashed my ass on that bumper coming off of there. That hurt. That's going to leave a bruise on my ass. It doesn't feel good. Oh well, I get bruised all the time. Where's my other tape at? There it is. Let's go do this other one real quick. while that one's curing in the sunlight, we'll go do this one. I'm not sure how I'm going to get to stand on this one. These trucks are just weird, man. They're just weird. Well, I guess I can stand on the bumper and the tire. And we'll run the drill in this one real quick. This one is just basically a crack waiting to happen. Trying to balance on this truck and stand where I need to stand and all that stuff. That makes it difficult for me sometimes. Sometimes jobs just aren't as easy as you think they're going to be, you know, but you still got to do them. And you got to get them done right, and you got to make sure that you're not over pressurizing them. I might have to, I'm going to throw that damn screw in the trash. It keeps getting in my way. That's getting aggravating. It's the screw that goes in the back of the tool. I carry it with me just in case I might need it, but every time I reach for something, it's in my way, and I don't like it. It's really difficult to shade this one from the ground. But it's more difficult to stand up there on the tire too. I'll just throw a rag up there for a second. Let that do its thing, keeping it shaded. It's really difficult to see from down here, but it's more difficult to see from up there where I was standing. I'm getting filthy from leaning against this tire. That's alright. Part of the job. I wear clothes that wash real easy. I don't mind them getting dirty. I get dirty every day. You wouldn't think you would get dirty doing this kind of work, but you do. You get quite dirty. And that's okay. Can't really see that cup in the mirror to know how much pressure I'm putting on the resin. So I have to do it by feel. I just kind of have to feel how much pressure I'm putting on the resin this way. And guys, we are pretty much full now. Step up here one more time. Guys, come up here. Yeah, we're pretty well full, I'd say. We don't want to spray a bunch of resin onto the windshield wiper. Could lift up the windshield wiper, but I'm not going to. Can't make it easy on myself now. That wouldn't be right. Alright, let's get down off here because I can scrape that from the ground. I can scrape that off from on the ground. Let's put our tools away here. So A lot of you have been asking, where do I get this tool, where do I get that tool? They're all linked in the description. Everything I use, except the little punch tool that I use. I'll show you that again. If you've been watching my videos, you've seen me do a lot of tapping with this tool. This used to be a screwdriver. It was just a screwdriver, an all metal screwdriver, and it has the little thing on the end for a socket to go on, so you can get more tension on it if you needed it. And I just ground it to a point small enough to fit in the hole and be able to tap it with something hard like my pocket knife to get a little bullseye chip when I need it. So that is not linked in the description because that tool is not available. It's just a screwdriver that I turned into a tool that I needed, because I've tried things like this where you pull that up and you pop a chip, because, you know, and it does it that way. So you pull it up and you put it in a little hole and you pop a chip, but you have no control over that force at all. It just is what it is. I don't like it. I keep it with me, but I don't like it. I haven't used it in a very, very long time. I use my own little tool that I created because it's much better that way. Alright, that chip is repaired, my friends. Where did that damn tape go? There it is. That chip is repaired. Wipe the glass off. That's a good repair. I did a repair right there a long time ago, I think, and I've done quite a few repairs for this company. When they were just bought out by another company, and they were told by the new owner to call somebody else, and this guy was like, no, we need to call ChipHappens. And the new owner was like, well, this other company only charges $20. And he was like, okay. So he called them and they wanted $50 for the first chip and $25 for each additional. So he told the boss, and the boss was like, what does your guy charge? And he says $35 for up to 3 chips. So we have 2 chips in the windshield. It's only going to cost $35. So his new boss was like, okay, make the call. So here I am, doing 2 chips in the windshield for $35. And his new boss will be impressed, and he'll get praised for knowing somebody that does a good job for a cheaper price. So he'll look good, I'll look good, because the boss will be like, hey, we're going to use him from now on. And that'll just get me more business. And that is a beautiful thing, my friends. Wow, that one cured really good in a short amount of time. That's because we have the right sunlight now. We have the correct sun shining, the correct amount of UV. It's that time of year, you know, where the sun is going to shine bright, and I don't have to use my light anymore, hopefully. I hate using the light. I do it when the UV is low, or if I'm in a garage, or if I'm in a shaded area, because you have to. You can't get it, you know, you could spend all day waiting for it to cure if the UV is low in the wintertime and such. Whereas, if I just use my light, I'm done in a minute or two with the curing process. Let's set that on the tire. Let's close this hood. I don't think this hood has a lock. No, it does not. Just sits there by itself. I damaged my thumb. I told you about that. It's been 9 weeks now. I still can't use my thumb correctly. Just hurts all the time. Alright guys, that's it. 2 windshield repairs. 35 bucks on an international Durastar box van. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.